Hey. Oh my god. I don't know why I have to explain this to morons who think they're genius when they don't do dumb shit. They don't understand the genre of a horror game. The word horror derives from the word horrified. Horrified. It's a reaction we get when something bad is happening. It's a reaction in the fucking brain. That's what the fucking horror genre, but movies and games are based off of, you fucking a-hole. And the fact that this, IGN or whatever the fuck this company is, decide to say it's too mean, you're too hard. Grew a fucking head out of your fucking ass and talk like a big boy. You're like me. And also, the whole point of a horror game is to be difficult and hard. If there's not any sense of fucking difficulty, it's not a horror game. It's not fun. Why? Because there's no difficulty. That's the whole point of a game. And that's the whole point of fucking life. Is you must overcome your difficulty. You must overcome your disability. You must overcome the things that you are born with, regardless if you want to or not. Because if you don't, you will no longer exist. Why? Because there's a thing called change. And some change are good, because those change are what help humans become a better species overall, you a-hole. And if you think video game is supposed to be easy, then not make it so your life is easy. Don't make it so you have everything you ever wanted. Not make it so you can control everyone. Not make it so you can do what you ever want, whenever you want, however you want. Yeah, it doesn't seem too fun now, have it? That's what happened when you ask for, oh, it's too hard. Grow up and play a fucking game. And don't just say, oh, I played this for couple fucking minutes. Okay, I played Atlas for a day or two. I haven't got to play it well because personally I'm not that skilled playing it. Put it that way. Does that make it hard? Yes, but that's because it's a horror game. It's supposed to be hard. That's the whole point. Got us asshole. But again, what if we just take the fundamental of a horror game, strip them out of Atlas? It just be called the walking simulator because that's all you do is walk. Find nothing. Walk. Don't get scared. Walk. There's no fun in it. Where's the fun? There's none. Why? Because if you take the bad things out of life, there's no life. If you take the hard thing out of a game, there's no fun in it because there's no life in it. You don't get scared. You don't walk in and go, ah! Because you got scared. That's the whole point of a horror game. And if people can't see that, if people think they're so stupid that they think they need to be held by mama, oh, I'm too hard, I must hold my mama. If they think they're too hard, that they must hold their mother, because they're crybabies, they're 10 years old, go fuck yourself. You have no right being in the fucking gaming industry or gaming community Because you never played a game, period. You're not a gamer, you're not a game journalist, so fuck off. And yet, I make this as a threat. And you know what? You can sue my ass. But I will not refuse to back down just because someone sued my ass. Boo-hoo. You know what or something? I'm from Idaho. And if you know anything from Idaho, you know that we are proud to own guns. Yes. If I feel threatened by anyone, I will have them come down here and I'll shoot their ass so hard that they cry mommy and have to go to a fucking hospital. Not joking, I will do that. I'll buy a gun, register it, and shoot your ass. Because you have no right complaining about how hard a video game is. I played a lot of video games in my life. I played The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. That was kind of mediocre. I mean, it's still a hard game to me, but that's because I don't have a high enough skill level like some people do. For example, racing games. I love racing games. Why? Because I can crash into things and I can fly off. I mean, I'll play them forever. But again, if you only played it for a couple of minutes a day, what's the point of calling yourself a fucking gamer? A game journalist. A game journalist is supposed to be someone who journalist, period, is supposed to be someone who will put the facts. Period. Doesn't matter about someone's own opinion or not. It's there to report the facts. So really, you're doing the opposite. You're not a journalist. You are the enemy of the people. You're the enemy who you are trying to protect. You are the enemy that you are trying to say the people is the enemy. The people is the enemy. The people are sexist. Men is toxic. Toxic masculinity. How about this? We don't see toxic feminists. Toxic femininity. Toxic femininity. How about I say that whenever people say toxic masculinity? That put toxic feminists. Toxic feminists. Toxic feminists. Toxic feminists. Because it's exactly the same sort of crap journalists are not doing. I have no respect for IGN. And you know what? I don't care about what people say. I believe in a world that if you get I believe in a world of equality. Not feminist version of equality, which is not equality. Equality is equality would be if I punch you, you punch me. That's equality. Their version of equality is I punch them and they go boo-hoo and punch me back. No, actually it would be I punch them, they punch me, and I go wah wah, wah wah, I got punched. That is their version of equality. It is not equality, it's inequality. It's the complete opposite of what they want. Why? Because they think women are much more better than men. When the truth is, women are weaker than men. That's been scientifically proven several times, just like how video games are not fucking cause violence, which apparently governments don't give a shit, especially when it's Trump. And don't say, oh, I'm a Trump hater. I've been supporting Trump for the last several fucking years. I may not have voted for him. I voted for Ted Cruz. But regardless, he got elected. And part of it had to do with my vote. And therefore, I consider myself a supporter. Because I voted for a Republican, which eventually turned into him. And he's the most honest president we ever gotten. I mean, beside Obama, which think that apparently committed fraud is okay, which is global warming, because global warming is not true. It's called climate change. And climate change is what happened every fucking year. It's called planet Earth. It's called nature. Nature will change the climate depending on just because of something else. I mean, people say, oh, we all gonna die because of gasoline. Yeah, that only affects a specific percentage of people. There is millions of people who does not give a fuck about global warming. There are millions of people who doesn't give a fuck about global warming or climate change or feminists playing meh. I mean, I'm sorry, but journalists is a meme. These so-called feminists, which are not true feminists, because feminists is people who's willing to support a woman, someone who wants women rights, which is exactly not what they want. Because they want women not to be anything. They want women to dress a specific way, which goes against feminists. It goes against the whole fucking idea of feminists. Feminists is having women be able to do what they want and be able to vote and wear what they want. Plus, that's also liberty, so they have the right to do that. And there's a law that states that women have rights, the same equal right as men. That does not mean women must do this. No, it means women have the same equal right as men. But yes, there are certain sports that don't allow female. Why? Because females are weaker than male. There. For example, throwing a football. I can throw a football several miles. And I highly doubt someone like Sandy would be able to throw it that far at all. Not doubting you, Sandy, really not. So don't get mad at me, please. But my point is feminists will, if you want feminists, no, if you just want people life miserable, go ahead, do it. You're just going to create more misery for people. That's all you're doing. And if you like that, you are a disgrace to this nation. And you should be dealt with. You should be punished. And I truly believe that. I believe that anyone who violates this law, violates the federal law, the state law, the city law, must be punished. I don't care if it's a girl or not. If they are kids, then that's a different story. But if they're teenagers, they should learn from the consequence. And not meaning the whole, when one dude punches another dude, oh my God. No, not that. I mean punish, as in put to jail. I mean be strict. That's what I believe. But hey, that's me, so yeah. But I still think journalists is a lot of crap because it's stupid and it's fake and they don't report actual news at all. They just report opinionated piece about how, because whatever. And you know what? I'd be glad if EA and these big AAA companies and the other AAA news outlets and the other AAA movie companies go fucking out of business. That'd be great. Because then we get much more better movie games were put in for a buck. If I want to pay $60 for a game, I expect it to be a great game. Plain and simple. But if it's going to be $60 and be like Fallout 76, that's stupid. I'd practically be scam out of my money. That is a scam. Yes, it's a scam. It's called a scam when you pay $60 to $100 or $200 for a collector item and then get ripped off because they're fucking too lazy to do anything about it. That's a scam. If you pay $60 to $200 for a game and it doesn't perform to what you think it's going to perform, or if you think it's going to have great graphics and 4K visual and all that, and it doesn't, that's a scam. Plain and simple. Fallout 76, Battlefield 5, and really all those are just plain scams. All they do is they publish those games to make money, so they can steal the money out of your wallet. And I would fight for my freedom, fight for my consumer right, and in fact, if I was ever president, I'd make it so that all nationwide would have to have refunds. I don't care, because honestly, consumers should have the right to refund their money. It's their money. It's their hard-earned money. They work every fucking day to get it. Millionaires don't need that money. We need that money. We need that money so we can survive, so that we can eat and stuff. And when we buy games because we want to play it, we buy it to play it so that we don't have to worry about the outside world. I mean, so there's come to a point where you should stop playing games. Yes, that's true. But, I mean, that goes for anything. That fucking goes for anything. There's a point where if your feet start hurting from walking too much, maybe you should stop walking. Oh, I never thought about that. Oh my God. But my point is journalists is fake, and you should never listen to them no matter what they say. And honestly, you should never listen to Fox, CBS, CNN, CBC, or any type of media, because I have no clue I really have a hard time understanding who is fake and who's telling truthness, who's fake and who's facts. That's a plot I have. So I hope you guys aren't like me, just having a difficulty time. But hey, you know what? It's my life. So yeah. Bye.